What is up, YouTube? What is up? It's Big Boy Rabbit. I'm out here in East Central Mississippi at the Milsurp range. That's right, the Milsurp range. So I wanted to pop in and talk to you about the M1 carbines, right? So me and my brother have always had an M1 carbine. I had a universal underfolder, kind of looked like an MP40 stock, and he had a full stock one. I hated my underfolder, but that's what we had, and he used his to great extent. We used them all the times. What we carried in the woods are really handy guns. I mean, I really love this thing. They're incredibly freaking light. Love the rolling block. This is a universal. It's sitting in a Fat 68 stock. Yes, it is a Italian marked Fat 68. And no, I did not butcher it. I found this on Fun Broker. That's right, Fun Broker. Somebody was offering up for 50 bucks. Somebody else had already cut all the guts out to fit a universal carbine. Hey, I had a universal carbine, had a military stock sitting in the house, and I know y'all did not want to see me gut another military stock. Right about now is when y'all are realizing, if y'all have watched the other episode where I introduced my carbines, that paratrooper stock that I have is gutted for this universal. Yeah, I gutted a military paratrooper stock to fit my universal because I didn't have a military carbine at the time, and I was like 15, or no, I was 17, 18, didn't know any better. So now I have it sitting in a Fat 68. Now, when I was buying these guns, they were like 300, 400 bucks. I mean, they weren't necessarily really easy to find, but at a gun shop, you'd be able to find one or two. Like, there would be at least one at every gun shop, and they weren't that expensive. And I was like, yeah, I'll get one whenever. And so we started this YouTube channel, and I had this thing, y'all have seen it, it was all beat up, and I was like, well, I'll just go buy another carbine to do carbine stuff, right? And I go to the store, and they're freaking $1,000. The universal carbine's $1,000. And the first gun store I walk in, right? I walk in, and I see this beat up carbine. Like, this thing looks like it came out of World War II, served in Korea, then went to Vietnam, came home, and Bubba drug around behind his four-wheeler for 3 years. It looked like it had been through every freaking war that it could have. And I go up to it, price tag, course says $1,100, and it's a C grade. I mean, it is really bad. And I was like, well, hey, let's see what, manufacturer this is. I rolled over and look, and it says Hialeah, Florida. And I'm like, are you serious? You were trying to sell a absolutely rotten civilian M1 carbine for $1,000. So then I go to the next store, and there's another civilian carbine universal sitting up on there, and I go flip over the tag, $1,200. Whoa, what? Go to the next store. Oh, they got two. Cool. One's military. Look at the military one. $1,600. The civilian one, $1,200. What is happening? So yeah, I mean, if y'all didn't know, I've been out of the Milsurp game for a while, and I just came back in. I have this warehouse full of crap, and I haven't been aware of the prices. I didn't see what happened, because when I left the game, it was a lot cheaper than it is now, which is fine. I mean, we're still getting the stuff. And anyway, I decided to build this thing because carbine is a super handy little gun, and it's considered a PCC because that's a pistol caliber. And before you go, oh man, this is a rifle. No, they made pistols. They're like that freaking big. They're awesome. They have the Enforcer model. They have the the observer model. That's right. The thing that you call somebody that goes down range but not actually there to fight. It's called the observer model. Inland made one too. The civilian company Hialeah, they are, it's not, what are they actually called? I keep going to Hialeah, Florida. I had a brain fart right now. Universal, right? They also made a pistol, and I really don't care which pistol I get. I want one of those pistols because I love the M1 carbine. 30 caliber, really awesome. It still has a lot of velocity, even though it's an older round. Smacks down range. You can get them with 5 round for hunting. You can get them with 10 round. You can get them with 15 round. You can get them with the 30 round jungle magazine. When they had to convert these things over to full auto because they had these Russians and Chinese coming across the border in Korea, and the little M1 carbine was pap 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 pap. It wasn't putting them down. They kept freaking running. And I mean, the old joke was that they're hyped up on opium. Yet they may or may not have been. I wasn't there to say that they were or weren't, but they were eating these 30 carbine bullets like they were their breakfast Cheerios. Give me more 30 bullets. So the U.S. military was like, ooh, that's a problem. Well, hey, just issue out more M1 grants. No, we already got these freaking things in service. We're not doing that. That's a logistical nightmare. I have an idea. Wait, did you say logistical nightmare? I have an even better idea. Let's convert them. Let's convert them to full auto, because that's not a logistical nightmare. But they did. They converted these things to select fire so that they could then get a little burst, and you could put more bullets downrange on your target, and that helped put down the screaming Chinese and Russian soldiers that were coming down in Korea when we were fighting the Korean War, and it was really cool. I've used one downrange. We found one and used it. It was really neat. It was really beat up and nasty, but it's really cool running these things full auto because they don't have a lot of muzzle rise. It's really controllable. I don't have one obviously right now. I don't have all that stuff set up for that, but hey, maybe down the road we'll be able to find one that's transferable and I'll get it. I haven't seen one that's transferable in the past like 6 years, but I know they're out there. They exist. We'll find one. So what we're going to do today is I got my little M1 carbine that I rebuilt. We got it put out here. And I got from RTI, that's right, this San Cristobal M1 carbine ammunition. This is what I am going to fire first out of my M1 carbine. And everybody's like, oh, it's bad ammunition. I know it's bad ammunition. I'm about to try it because I want to know how bad is it. I have absolutely no idea. Am I going to blow up my M1 carbine? Maybe, possibly. Might crack my gas block. It could happen, but there's only one way for me to find that out. And you're going, man, you're really willing to risk $1,000 to fire that San Cristobal. Yeah, I am, because like I just said, there are a lot of M1 carbines available. So if I blow this one up, I can go get another one. But hopefully I don't blow it up. I like this little thing, and let's see how good this stuff does. All right, he's a good dog. Yeah, she's a good dog. Were you making sure there wasn't nobody downrange? Huh? Was there anybody down there? Huh? Was there? Did you get him? Did you bite him? Well, go over here. Go. Let's see if it'll run this San Cristobal ammunition. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it runs good. And what was really cool about the M1 carbines, so what was really cool about the M1 carbines is, or what people liked about them at the time, was that your M1 Garand was locked in at 8 rounds. All right, that's all you could put in it until they made the M14, which is just an M1 Garand with a magazine, but they didn't keep it in 30-06. So this 30 caliber, this was the magazine fed of the day of the military. And what was cool about it is you had 15 rounds or 30 rounds, whereas the M1 Garand, you could put 8 rounds down range. But this little M1, the M1 Garand has a lot more muzzle rise than this M1 carbine. The M1 carbine, you could turn around and boom, throw those 3 rounds down range, no problem. And didn't have a lot of muzzle rise, so you kept the sight picture downrange and you could get your bullets on target. I really like the M1 carbine. It's one of my favorite rifles that we have in the collection. There we go. She's clear. Totally clear. And yeah, she works out fine. This Fat 68 stock just worked great in it. We're going to do a lot more fun tests with it when we do some period accurate stuff. And this is just a little test to see whether or not she runs and see if this San Cristobal was worth anything. It ran fine. It was a little smoky. Did y'all see it? Did it look smoky to y'all? A little bit smoky, but I think it ran. I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell me about how the next 1 to 6 bullets that I fire out of this is probably going to blow it up. But actually, why don't I just finish the magazine and find out? There we go. There's your malfunction. It was the next 2 rounds. Got it clear. Yep, the rest of them fine. I would say overall that this is fairly decent ammunition for planking. How about that? We'll actually do some accuracy testing with it when we have a little bit more light and see whether or not, that's good. But hey, if you haven't already liked, comment, and subscribe, make sure to do that. I'll catch you next time.